Hello everybody and welcome back to Farming Sims 25. Behind me I have quite a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff which is going to make us quite a lot of money, and then we have quite a lot of work to do. It's December, so we're actually in the best month for oats. We've got lots of oats in storage, so we'll get them sold as well. But behind me we actually have planks and beams and mushrooms. So the first stop is going to have to be the shops, where the restaurants, well, I don't think it's not a restaurant, it's a market. It must be a market. So yeah, we'll go to the market and we'll drop off these. They sell like hotcakes. Mushrooms. I think I'm invisible. I can't just pull that in front of me, although I'm probably speeding. Yeah, so we're just going to go to the market. Then we're going to go to the temple again, because the temple is offering good prices for timber, because if you're going to build the temple, you do need all these different things for these materials. Come on, lights. Floor it. And yeah, we've still got the trailer because that is super handy. It's actually not mine, it is rented, but it's only £95 a day, and I think it pays for itself every day. So definitely worth having. So obviously the market here does not want to have planks and beams and stuff, so they'll just have to choose everything that they actually want. Excuse me. Beep beep. Right. Into the trigger. And there we go, they've taken all of their mushrooms. I think I've shown it before, but I'll just show you again. The mushrooms do appear in the shops, so you can buy your enoki and oyster mushrooms. There they are. Quality mushrooms, and the enoki ones are... Oh, sorry, were they the enoki ones? No, they're the oyster ones. The enoki ones I have lost. Ah, they're over here. Yes. Mushrooms. Mushrooms. Vending machine. Looks tasty. What do we have? Breadsticks, hazelnut coffee, potato chips, chalky discs, yummy cubes, chocolate. Wow, that's quite a name. Now, because we do have so many planks and products here, it does mean that we have almost run out of wood at the sawmill. I do have a tree behind the sawmill which we can just put straight into there, which I will do when we get back to the farm, but we're going to have to at some point to get some more trees from the forest. I think, well, it won't take too long, so I am literally just cutting trees down, dragging them back and dumping them in the trigger. I'm not processing anything, we don't need to process anything because the sawmill is the processing plant. So yeah, we'll just get it going for today. Well, it's still going, it's got 1,000 litres, but we'll just give it a top up for today. And we'll have to deal with some more wood later. Now, as for planting soybeans, when it comes to the right time of the year, which I'm hoping will be this episode, we are going to have to upgrade the tractor first, because we need a more powerful tractor. Good grief, look at the money we just made there. Wow. Well, that is great, because that's exactly what we needed. Yes, we're going to upgrade our tractor. It's going to cost £16,000 for the engine, so we're going to go to 205 horsepower, I think it might be. And then we can have we can rent the planter with the hopper on the front. It's a direct planter, so we don't have to cultivate, which is great because I haven't done any cultivation work yet, and I'm not going to need to. Yeah, so that's going to sort that out. The tractor will need a bit more money actually, because it will also need the front 3-point linkage purchasing for it, but that isn't too expensive, so that's going to be good. Anyway, we'll get back to the farm, we'll sort out the sawmill, and we'll go from there. I just had to stop off at the store, the dealership, so that we could reconfigure the truck. You can see we've now got the signs on, so we can fill it up with oats, which we're going to be doing very soon. But like I said, let's just get that wood transferred. Well, we actually can fill it up now. We'll head off once we can get the wood transferred. And I need to do water at the same time as when we sell our oats. So there's load number 1. There's going to be quite a few loads there. Oh wow, that's still in the field. We should probably get that taken back. Now, a lot of people have been asking if you can use the water fill points here, well, the field flooding pumps, to fill up the water bowser. As I said, because I've been bulk recording these videos, I've only just now been able to address this, even though people have been asking for several days. So I apologise for that, but I will give it a go. If I was to have a guess, I would say it won't work, because they seem to be just sort of water deluge pumps to flood, literally to flood the field. It's a deluge of water. That's not a pipe which would be going into the bowser, but you just never know, so it's definitely worth trying. I will give it a go. It is the only machine which has a shed, although it doesn't have to be a shed. and it's been outside. Yeah, we probably should repurpose this shed, although it is an expensive machine, so it does really want to be undercover. Especially as it is only used once a year. Right, telehandler, it's time for you to get a log. It's a pretty big tree, so if it just takes it in one go, which I'm sure it will do, should give us a few thousand litres. Yes, it does measure it in litres. A few thousand litres of wood. There we go. Like I said, it was on about 1500, so let's see what it's on now. 3,344, so approximately 2,000. I don't know exactly what it was on before, but approximately 2,000 litres. But we can get 14,000 litres into there. Water, as you can see, is required, but it's not desperate. They're about half full. In fact, they are indeed half full. Yeah. So it is time. It is time to get the truck. We'll take the trailer off. We'll put that just over here. I'll attach to the Bowser, and then we can backload. Bring some water back for those two productions. As we're not doing standard rice this year, I will just be able to sell those pallets. Not for too much money, they're only about £200 each, but it's still money. Oh no, my telehandler has gone crazy. Not sure if there's any water in here already. There is, good. So we can put that into there. Wonderful. We'll try and fill it up from over here, but yeah, I have my doubts. But it would be a very good idea if it is true. Okay, I'm not getting anywhere with that. Spamming the refill button, so it looks unlikely. But nice idea, very nice idea. I haven't actually checked to see where the best price is for oats. We better check that before we head off. Otherwise, I'm going to end up anywhere. Although I would suspect that the port is the best place to go to. Currently maxing out. Harbour Grain Elevator is the best. 1906, very good. That is a very, very good price. And yes, that is our usual place over at the port. So let's go. It's snowing, and I was just thinking along the lines of collectibles, and I saw the lighthouse and I thought maybe that's going to be a place for us. Maybe there's going to be a collectible there. Who knows, there could be a collectible anywhere. I think it's worth checking out, so we'll go over there and have a look. Although I've already been surprised, because I thought there would be a collectible at that building over on the far south western side, and there wasn't. So yeah, I'm not really expecting there to be one anymore, but I think it would be nice if there is one. Yeah, there we go. So we'll get that unloaded, we'll watch the money come in. We're going to hit £100,000, although we do have an £80,000 loan, which I will not be repaying until we can afford it. How do you get to it? There's got to be a collectible over here. It just looks like the prime location for a collectible. Surely. Surely. Where would giants hide their collectibles? When I say giants, if you are new to the game, that is the name of the developer. I'm not literally asking where a giant would hide something. Ah, there is one! Yes! £10,000. Nice. Brilliant. So, yeah, it's certainly worth having that. We need this money. It might look like we're now really starting to do well, and we are. We're definitely getting better, but that money will just go as quick as a flash. We've got so much stuff to buy. Right. So, very pleased about that. I'll now sell the rest of the oats, and I will get water from the sea. Yes, some people have already questioned it, and I've already said it's just the easiest and most local fill point. I know that salty water is likely not going to do our mushrooms any good at all, but they seem to grow in reality. Well, not in reality. No, in virtual reality. And I've heard from our customers that they give a nice salty flavour. So, nice seaweedy flavour. So it's all good. workshop where we can put a different engine into this tractor. Yeah, it's going to change the model number and everything. It's going to be like a completely different tractor. Of course, I didn't want to buy a 7S155. I wanted a 7S20 whatever it is, 5 or 10, but we couldn't afford it at the time. I will just repair it. We'll keep that nicely maintained. But yeah, we want a 210. It is a 210. Okay, so it's 210 horsepower, and we do need the front 3-point linkage. You can have front weights and stuff instead, but we do need a front linkage because we're going to be doing the planting with this. We could also fit a front loader attacher, but again, we don't really need it because we've got the telehandler. So that is going to be 16,000. Oh, the front linkage is actually free. Maybe I already paid for it. I'm not too sure. But yeah, we'll customize that. We now have a 210 horsepower tractor, as you can see. 7S210. Wonderful. And if it was the right time of the year, I would now get the planter. But it isn't. So, I think the best thing to do is going to be just to quickly attach to our cultivator, and we'll cultivate the paddy fields, because they do need cultivating. But the other fields, they will just be direct planted with soybeans. And I also want to get, finally, today we're doing it, we're going to get the greenhouse or the polytunnel which can grow chilies. We want to get something spicy to spice up this gameplay. But yeah, first things first, let's get that cultivator. Now, this is not the only tractor which I want to buy. I want to get some other tractors as well, ideally a smaller one for smaller jobs. And I was actually looking at that Deutz-Fahr. I think that would be nice, but I'm not saying it's definitely going to be that, because I haven't really looked at the other possibilities. But yeah, I openly admit to being a massive fan of Massey Ferguson, but I'm not going to have just Massey Ferguson on the farm. I'm going to show off all the other brands as well. Actually, I would like to have that Ezeki tractor. That would be handy, because I wanted to get that in FS22, but I sort of the farm grew too fast, and we immediately outgrew it, so we didn't ever get the opportunity to really buy it and use it. Or maybe I did buy it, but didn't keep it for long if we did. So it would be good to get that. I'll just stop here actually, we'll just quickly have a look at the different possibilities. But there's so many different machines that we do need to buy. Yeah, that is tempting. I like the look of that. Decent looking machine. But of course, not just basing it on the looks of it. That'd be good. 92, 103. That's 123 horsepower. That's 143. They all look good, don't they? They're all decent machines. I think quite a lot of people were requesting this one. And actually, I was amazed that we didn't start off with that. I thought that would be one of the starting tractors. But we didn't. Maybe do on Riverbend Springs. Haven't, at the time of recording this video, I haven't played on Riverbend Springs, but we will be doing. We're going to do Survivor Challenge on there. Chainsaw 100 and myself will be starting that series very soon. Right, we have 3 paddy fields to do. Let's get them done. We are done. So really, we don't have much to do until it is time to plant, although I could build the greenhouse or the polytunnel with the chilies. So let me just get into here. I really don't know if it's going to actually produce food in the winter. You wouldn't have thought so, but who knows. Productions, greenhouses. So yeah, we could get the smallest polytunnel. It's really small though. I don't think we want to get that. There's the biggest. And then we've got the greenhouses. I think the greenhouses probably do have a smaller footprint, just about, don't they? So there's that one. Yeah, smaller footprint on the greenhouses, but they are more expensive. 36 for the polytunnel, 54 for the greenhouse. So it does look a lot nicer. Where is the spawn point? I would guess it's alongside it, not behind it. That's where it was for FS22. So yeah, I would put it here. However, we don't want it to slope away. Maybe it won't fit too well there. Well, we could put it there. Might not be ideal. Alternatively, we have this area over here. I think this actually is probably the better place for it. So, shall we put it... Yeah, let's put it over here. Let's put it in the back corner. And we'll put free mode on, obviously. Utilising all the land that we can. Okay. There we go. £54,000. It's not cheap. But I really hope it's going to make lots of money. We'll just put some water into it and then we'll sleep so we can actually get back to daytime again. But as I said, we do really need to get through to the time when we can plant. Because we need to plant our soybeans. And that would be quite a big job in itself. So I'll just grab this tanker. I think we'll just have to pretend that we are putting this seawater through a desalination plant. It's nice, fresh, crisp water, I promise. It's just we don't see that cleaning process. Ooh, the snow is kind of distracting. So in goes the water. I will have to set it to chili because it's a greenhouse which can grow many different types of food. So there it is, large glass greenhouse. We've got chili peppers, garlic, lettuce, cabbage, spring onion, strawberries, tomatoes. I think it's producing them all, is it? No, it isn't. We'll just do chili. We can do all of them, and of course we can put some of these ingredients into other productions. So for now, we're just going to do chili, but later we'll probably do other stuff as well. We might do everything. Who knows? And in the morning, we'll do a bit of landscaping too, because it's just sort of a greenhouse dumped in the middle of a weedy field, which doesn't look great. Snow. Not snowing. Snowing. Not snowing. Snowing. Ah, too cold for Walter. He's gone to bed. Ooh, crisp. It's crisp, but it is sunny, which makes it so much better. Beautiful morning, in fact, in January. So yeah, here we have our weed field, and at the end we have our beautiful, very expensive greenhouse. And I just wouldn't expect them to grow anything at this time of the year, even though it's a greenhouse. And I don't think they are doing. Well, then again, it did do, but it's already consumed the water. We need to upgrade our tanker. I think it's going to take a lot. 40,000 litres. Yes, it's going to take a lot. So, how much would that actually cost us? You see, this is the thing. We get a bit of money and it immediately goes back out again on upgrades. So, tankers, barrels as they call it. They do seem to be the same ones exactly as FS22. The one we currently have is 2,080 litres. We could get 6,050 for 17,000, or we could get 8,000 for 25,000, or 32 for 90,000, but we'd have to get a dolly for that as well. So it's 40,000, and that's more than the big tanker. So I think really this is the only one which we can realistically say is the right one for us at the moment. Shiny, very shiny. So it's set to default as chrome. I'm going to keep it as chrome. I like chrome. And it'd be a great opportunity to see the reflections. Also, we can sell this little tank. It's been very handy. Couldn't have done without it. But now we need to be careful with the money because, of course, we do need to rent the planters. They're not that expensive. But we need to make sure we've got enough for the seed as well. Now, I did buy this barrel new. So we should be able to get a fairly good amount of money on it. Repairing is only £4. Not bad. Repainting is $2.60 though. And we can get for that 3,884. What's in the sale? Nothing that we need. There doesn't tend to be, actually. That you can get some really good buys, like the Merlot. I got the Merlot and that was fantastic. Really good buy. But it's luck, really, I think, to actually have the machine you're looking for at the time. So, yeah, like you might see the machine that you want, but you don't have the money at the time. And then when you do have the money, it's gone. Somebody else has snapped up the deal. Just to make a change, we'll go this way. There is actually an area you can get down to. It's not quite as convenient as the other beach, but you can get to it. We've been the other way so many times. So, reflections. I can see reflections in the tanker, obviously. But that does not look like that. It looks like we're in the middle of a cultivated field with a small mound behind. And we're on a road with trees behind. So there you go. There is a good little preview of the reflections in chrome implements, wheels, whatever, tankers, anything. It's even steeper than I remember it. I knew it was steep, but ooh, not good for the tyres. Anyway, we're here. I think we'll have to stick with the other beach. Ah, wet wheels. But we're filling up, sinking into the sand quite a bit, and we're leaving some deep treads. But we have 8,000 litres of water, and I know that is not much compared to the 40,000 that we actually do need. Yeah, I wish we could get the other tanker, but we just can't afford it. We could rent it, but then, you know, renting has its place, but I think renting something like that, with that value, for something which is going to be used every single week for the rest of the series, yeah, I think we need to buy that outright. I guess we better put a bit of water in here. Luckily this one doesn't take much. %. My telehandler is still looking a bit strange. I don't know how much the landscaping is actually going to cost, the painting. We'll have to see, but at the moment it looks a bit unnatural. Now we don't have to do the entire field at this stage. Just the area around the greenhouse to make it look a bit more normal. A bit more in keeping. But yep, this is our yard expansion, and if we need to keep going we could buy that land, we could keep going that way, no problem at all. But this is just the first phase. Well, the first phase sort of failed, or it's on hold. It's over there. We'll get it done one day. We can buy the products. It's looking like it's going to be another £100,000 roughly to finish it. Well, yeah, 150,000, unless we buy the productions, in which case it'll be free. So we'll probably do it that way. But anyway, that's a little bit of a top-up for that. Not a great deal. It's already used. Good grief, it's almost used 20 litres. That's 20 litres gone already. It's consuming it very quickly. Okay, let me just move the tractor so we can landscape. That should do it. So, construction, landscaping, I think. Not done it yet. Painting. So what have we got? We've got plates, dirt. Yeah, I'm not going to pay £2 a, what is it, square metre for dirt. Cobblestones, flagstones. I do like the cobblestones actually, that looks nice. I'll just do a small area first of all. just so we can see what it's going to look like. Yep, that looks nice. Don't think it's massively expensive. Right, so until we purchase that neighbouring land, we are restricted going that way. But I can make it look a bit better, and we can go up to the road. So that's something. There we go. Yeah, so that is, like I said, that is first phase. If we're not planning on expanding much this year, then I can also plant the field which we have left here. There's not much left, but we can plant it if we want to. So, what do you think? I know, it's just the start. One day it'll all look very natural. In fact, it'll be amazing looking back. So, yeah, what we have got to do, well, what we've got to do really is fill up that greenhouse, because it's going to consume it in no time. But what I really want to do is get through to the time when we can do planting. So yes, oats, soybeans, April. Okay, and rice, April. April is a busy month. I'm going to have to shuttle, which means time lapse. We're going to have to do quite a few loads. I will see you in a minute. I'd like to think that these 3 extra loads will go quite a long way, but they probably won't. Also, I've just remembered, before we move on, we must put some more trees into that little sawmill that we own. Otherwise that's going to stop, and that is worth big money. So we can't really afford just to keep moving on. As much as I want to get to April, so we can get these crops put in, and so we can actually use this planter, yeah, we've got to make sure everything else is managed okay. And this is all so we can afford to get animals. Still trying to get animals. We will get animals, but it's a long time coming. Right. Okay, so there we go. We've actually got our first crate of chilies. They look good. Nice and tasty. Fiery. I wonder how much they're worth. How much are they worth? Yeah, I'm actually growing a product which I haven't even looked into. So, there's so many things that we can make, though. And I want to make these different products. So, yeah. Chili. In C. There we go. So yeah, if we just sell them as they are, it's about £1,500. That's a really good price. So it's actually, that should be sold right now, ideally. We could sell it with our little 3-wheeler machine. But first, let's just jump into this Merlot. We'll put it out of its misery. Look at the poor thing. Oh, that looks painful. Right, we need to go and grab a tree. We'll put it into here. I'm trying to avoid taking down the trees on the farm boundary because it just looks a bit more ugly if we do that. There is a big drop somewhere around here, so I need to go here. Yes, you don't want to cut across there. So it needs to be a nice big chunky tree, or as chunky as they get. As chunky as it can be. There's a chunky one. Hey, yes, this looks great. I have chosen this one. It will take me a little while to cut through it, even though this chainsaw's got a really short bar. Well, it's a standard size bar. it can still do it, which is a miracle, but it can still cut through these massive trunks. It just takes a while. Are you still with us? We're still going. No point cutting it out though, it's nice to show how long it actually does take. I'm pleased it doesn't just cut through it in 3 seconds though, because that would be so unrealistic. Okay, we're getting through to the narrower side. Well, it doesn't really have a side, it's round. But anyway, timber? Nope, we're going to have to give it a push. I'll boom out. Push it that way. It's a heavy one. So yeah, you can count the rings if you want to. I think we've already done a tree like this. And it gave us a lot of timber. So it's definitely worth doing them. Come on. Okay, so I'm just going to take off all these branches. You can trim them all off. You can sort of see where they are. The ones that you can take off. They're a slightly different texture, and they have no collision, so you can't walk on them. That's all the ones I can see, but we've got some under the ground, I think. I need to really pick it up. It is a beast of a tree. It's too big for my grab. Oh, I've broken my grab. I have actually broken my grab. Ah, there we go. I fixed the grab. Yeah, I think we'll cut it in half. That's going to be the best plan of attack. Oh, vertical cut. Still some weight in that. 3.5 tons, this one here. So we'll have to cut it again here. And then it's just a case of transporting it back to the yard. So that one is a ton, that one is 2.5 tons, and this one here is 1.6 tons. Yep, that's a lot of weight. If I can get this one back, it would be a good start. Actually, we might need a pallet fork for that one. I think we need to just slide underneath. But these we can just grab, hopefully, with ease. If I grab that limb there. Yes, that's good. Okay. Ooh, not bad. Almost 4,000. Yep, that was pretty much empty. Only 190 litres left before we put that in. Now to find the tree. There. Okay, so we'll get that one, and then I think that is really the best plan. Just to try and get the pallet fork underneath it, because we can't get the big grabbing hydraulic thumb thing underneath it with this one. $6,397. Definitely paying off. And now for the fork. Yeah, by the time we get to April, everything will have run out again, so we're going to have to probably stop again in February or March to refill with water and with wood. Water for all the productions. If I clear enough trees, I actually might be able to do something in this area here. It's quite open, except I've just gone past my tree. But yeah, this area here, I'm too busy focusing on the area. I think we could do something here. We could put some kind of placeable here at the very least. My tree! Yep, so I'm not guaranteeing, oh dear, I'm not guaranteeing this is going to work. But I'm hoping it will. Slide underneath. If only I had a bit more weight to the right. It's I was going to say it's kind of on. It's not on. Now it's on. Yep, that seems to have worked. So just very carefully get this taken back to the farm. And it should be a good chunk. I said carefully. That'll do. Before we put it in, let's just check. 6340, and with this mega lump in, 12,451. So that one tree almost filled the sawmill. Wow. Right, so we can now move on. We can certainly move on a month. So we will do. Once spring gets here, we won't be moving on that fast again. Too much stuff to do. Hello, Walter. Snowy February. So that's still got plenty of wood. Water is fine at the mushrooms. It's actually not bad at the chili as well. So we can probably move on. How many pallet loads do we have? If we've got lots, we should sell them because the price is probably decreasing. Ah, we do have lots. So it's a job for this one. I wonder if... Also, there's another box of honey after all this time. We should celebrate. As I was going to say, I wonder if you can pick these up by hand. No. They're 400 kilograms each. So let me check the prices again. February is the best time. That's now. That is now. 15.16. 15.51. Yeah, we should take them. We really should take them. Because the price is only going to get worse. So I will put this just here. I'll put a side down. I'm not too sure which one it is, but I'll put a side down. There we go. We'll load them up and we'll take them to the restaurant. But it is going to be next time now that we actually do the planting, so the next episode will start in April. We'll be at the store probably getting the planter. And we'll be able to plant and drill our fields. Long grain rice and soybeans, they are the crops for this year. Along with chili, of course, and mushrooms. Yeah, I wonder if Giant Software got the idea of mushrooms from Clarkson's farm. Yeah, they'll have seen it's a very successful thing to do, so yeah, everyone gets to start off with mushrooms. Not a bad idea. Gonna get some big money for these. I'll check and see when the next pallet is going to spawn, because if it's in 10 minutes or something, we might as well put them on. Yeah, it's probably in about an hour, 2 hours. The price is decreasing. No, they can wait. Okay, let's go. The restaurant is at the top of the village, so it is a bit of a steep drive. It's a very steep drive. No trucks. Okay. It's a sign I'll ignore, because otherwise we're carrying them, and I'm not doing that. We'll just have to keep going, and if we get stuck, we'll carry from there. Box by box, not crate by crate. Oh wow. Maybe I should have bought the forklift. Oh, come on. You're almost there. Yes. Nice. Even with the slippery road surface. There's actually a sign that says slow. It's like I have a choice. My foot is to the floor. It'll be worth it when we get there. But yeah, it's all part of the fun. It is good fun. I'm pleased that they have put a production up here. Sorry, a sell point up here for the productions, because it just adds so much more interest in just taking it to the port. Nothing wrong with the port, but it's nice to have all these different locations, especially those which can be difficult to get to. Oh, is that a... I would have put a collectible there. Is it not a collectible there? Probably not. Shame. Oh, there's the trigger. I wasn't expecting that. £6,188. Not bad at all for a bit of water. Although, the greenhouse cost us quite a big bit of money, but it's going to pay for itself in no time at all. Right, well, I'll get back to the farm, but we'll leave the video here. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I really do hope that you've enjoyed it. Until the next episode, which will be coming out really soon, stay tuned. See you again soon. Bye for now.